unit number 4, and unit number 4, it is again in the respect of the theoretical content. So for what it is actually, for which content. So if you remember, in unit number 1, we have seen the basic theory, and we have seen how the computation of income and taxable income is there, what are the provision of the PAN, okay, how the PAN is online and offline can be filled up. So this is what are the content we have seen in unit number 1. In the unit number 2, we have seen the return of income, different sections we have seen. Then we have seen the numbers of instructions form for the different return, that is ITR 1 to ITR 4. We have understood how on the basis of that the case study example can be set up. In the unit number 3, we have seen the different TDS sections. Okay, it is a theoretical as well as the practical examples also can be framed on the basis of the TDS sections. And in the unit number 4, it is again in connection with the unit number 3, because in the unit number 3 we have seen the different sections of the TDS. And just if you remember, when I'm explaining the 26 years, I give you example of the salary, that is your mother and father may be a salaried person, and their employer has deducted the tax from the salary, their salary. So whatever the tax amount your employer has deducted, that tax is not income of that employer. They are supposed to transfer the tax to the government account, to the income tax department, and okay, and they are supposed to file the TDS return also. Now in this respect, when you are supposed to file such return, when you are supposed to transfer the fund to the respective government account, so in that connection there are certain provisions are available. So the unit number 4 is in connection of that thing. Say for example, within how many days, or what are the due dates for the filing of return of TDS, what will be the due date for the issuance of TDS certificates. So these are the provisions which we are supposed to learn in unit number 4. So with this background, I am starting unit number 4 of your income tax return preparation subject. Please take a note of this thing and try to write down whatever the content I am taking right now. Please try to write down in the notebook so that you have the index of the content which we have covered up in the classroom. On the first page, that should be index. So let's first of all, what are the points of the consideration? So here it is the basic points, and what the points which I have highlighted with the yellow color. Basically, you have to focus on that. Say for example, apart from what has been discussed earlier, following part are the merit considerations. So forget about that. Amount payable to the government, RBI, and certain corporation are not subject to tax reduction. Let me read out the first para. Revision thing, there is no need to read. If you want, you can. Otherwise, keep it out. By the virtue of Section 196, tax is not deductible under any provision of the Act in the respect of the amount which is payable to the following. When the payment is payable to the central government, when the payment is paid to state government, when the payment is made to RBI, and the payment is made to statutory corporation, the income is exempt from the income tax or mutual fund. See, if I tell you that government always made a provision which is beneficial from that. So when I'm saying the TDS concept or TDS provision, in the maximum cases, the TDS will be, I can say the TDS will be not applicable when you are making a payment to the government organization. So this is example of that section 196 that 6 which they says that no tax is deductible under the provision in the respect of the amount which is payable to the government. So central government, state government, RBI, mutual fund, there is no need to deduct any TDS. Okay, so this is for the benefit of the government. यहाँ पे आपको कुछ नए सेक्शन दिए हैं, सेक्शन 197, 197 1D, 1E, 1F. So it is in the respect of, again there are certain specific transaction. If you want to go, otherwise skip it. There is no need to read these three sections. Okay. But one more thing, I want to read out the final line, that is last line. If any person makes a payment to the opposite person, no tax is deductible at source. So which kind of person? So they are talking about this category of person. Okay, that is certain payments given to the paying bank. So this is what. So in short, government always make a provisions or the sections in a such a way which is beneficial for them. Please remember this thing. Second content which I want to take is tax deducted to be treated as the income of deducting and available as a tax rate. So this section 198 and 199 is already discussed. If you remember in the TDS provision in the unit number 3, this 198 and 199 is already covered up. If you remember, that's fine. If you not remember, so I will try to cover up within 2 minutes. So I'm not going to read everything, so I will leave it to you. Okay, if you remember the story, because I already covered up. Section 198, it says about, that is, whatever is tax deducted, it is to be treated as the income of deducting. And section 199 says that whatever tax is deducted, it is available for tax credit. So I will give a simple example and you can understand the example very well. Say for example, you have won an amount of rupees 50 lakh from the कौन बनेगा करोड़पति show. Okay, so कौन बनेगा करोड़पति में आपको 50 लाख रुपए का winning amount मिलने वाला है. And we all know that whenever we are going to get any winning amount, so on that winning amount, flat 30% TDS will be deducted. So that will be amount is payable to me, or whether amount is payable to Mr. Amitabh Bachchan itself. तो किसी को भी पे कीजिए, अगर टीडीएस के प्रोविजन एप्लीकेबल होते हैं तो टीडीएस उसमें से कटने ही वाला है. So on the 15 lakhs, if I count at the rate of flat 30%, it comes to 15 lakhs. So 50 lakhs minus 15 lakhs. So balance amount what I am going to receive if I want any income from the KBC, that is nothing but the 35 lakhs. So 35 lakhs आपको मिलने वाला है, बाकी का 15 लाख तो आपका TDS डिडक्ट हो जाएगा. That is the example. Now here the question arises, whenever as a winner or as a taxpayer or as a assessee who has won that amount, that person whenever is going to file his return of income, whether that person is going to show the total income or the net income which he have received, the answer is total income, यानी कि gross amount. So always try to show the total winning amount in your return of income. So you have won 15 lakhs of rupees, even though 15 lakhs has been deducted. So you are supposed to show in the return of income 50 lakh as a winning amount from the show, that is KBC. So that you are supposed to show. So that is what section 198. To be whatever the tax is deducted to be treated as the income of the deductee. So in from my example, 50 lakhs of rupees, 15 lakh has been deducted. So even though it is deducted, it is treated as a income of deductee. So that is section 198. Section 190 says that it is available for tax rate. So whenever as a taxpayer, as an assessee, you are going to file the return of income, okay, for that particular assessment year or particular previous year, you definitely get the credit of that 15 lakh which is deducted as a TDS by the KBC. So आप जब भी आपका रिटर्न फाइल करेंगे तो आपको उसका क्रेडिट मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. क्यों? Because definitely it is available. So that is what section 198 and 199. I will try to read out the first para, then remaining part you can read it out. Tax, whatever is deducted at source is linked to the income of the deductee, but there are few exceptions are also available. Tax which is paid by the employer on the non-monetary purchases of the employee. Tax deducted under section 194 and by the bank and cooperative bank, post office on the cash withdrawal in the excess of the 1 crore. लेकिन हाँ 198 का कुछ exceptions भी है. So that is point number A. When tax is paid by the employer on the non-monetary purchases of the employee. And point number B, when the tax is deducted under section 194N by the bank or cooperative bank or post office on the cash withdrawal in the excess of the 1 crore. तो ये अभी नया सेक्शन इनकॉर्पोरेट हुआ है, सेक्शन 194N और 194M. तो उसकी वजह से वहाँ पे भी टीडीएस कटता है, लेकिन बैंक वाले ने अगर आपका टीडीएस काट लिया बिकॉज ऑफ द एक्सेस ऑफ द विड्रॉल ऑफ 1 crore, then definitely on that TDS whatever is deducted, it cannot be considered as an income, okay, because it is an exception to section 198. Further, the same amount as it is tax credit is in the hands of deductee subject to the following proposition. So that you can again I will try to cover it up. Point number one, rate for the tax deducted at source and paid to the central government. It shall be given to the deductee for the assessment year for which the income is assessable, and that is true. Point number two, whether tax has been deducted at source and paid to the central government, and income is assessable over the number of years, credit for the tax deducted at source shall be allowed across the year in the same proportion in which income is assessable to tax. So here you can just remember whatever the amount of income is become assessable, in proportion to that whatever the tax has been deducted, that is available as a credit. If the income on which the tax has been deducted is accessible in the hands of a person other than the deducting, then the tax rate will be given to such other person if it means it is having such conditions. If you fulfill this condition, then only it is available. So if point number one, condition number one, if the deductee who filed the declaration with the deductor, that is declaration should be contain the name, address, PAN of the person to whom the credit is to be given, and the why, what are the reason for giving such credit to the person, that you have to mention. Condition number two, The deductor shall keep the declaration in the safe custody and the report the tax deduction in the name of such other person in the form number 16A and 26Q etc. तो अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपका डिडक्शन का क्रेडिट किसी और को मिले तो उसका एक प्रोसीजर है, आपको यहाँ पे एक डिक्लेरेशन देना पड़ेगा. ओके, एज अ डिडक्टिव यू हैव टू सबमिट द डिक्लेरेशन टू द डिडक्टर, यानी कि आपके एम्प्लॉयर को देना पड़ेगा. And deductor has to keep your declaration in the safe custody and report that the tax deduction in the name of such other person in the form number 16A and 26Q. So it is possible, but every time it is not possible. It depends upon you which kind of circumstances are available. Then only you can go for it. So I hope so. Section 198 and 199 is clear. Okay, let me go for further ahead. Time of deposit of tax reduction at source and collection at source. So what will be the time of deposit? मैंने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले बोला था कि अगर आपकी सैलरी में से, आपकी मम्मी पापा की सैलरी में से अगर एम्प्लॉयर टीडीएस डिडक्ट करता है तो वो उसकी इनकम नहीं, वो अपने पास नहीं रख पाएगा. That person has to deposit that TDS which is deducted from the salary of your mom and dad. They are supposed to deposit into government account. So what is the time limit for that? Is there any time limit is given? The answer is yes. Now let's see what is the time limit. Tax deducted or collected by a person shall be deposited to the government account as follows. Here a column of format is given. Three columns are given. Try to read the heading first. So first column heading says the different situation. Okay. Second column says the time of deposit of TDS and TCS. So they have again a second column they have bifurcated into two sub columns. That is, first sub column is in the respect of time of deposit of TDS and second sub column is in the respect of time of deposit of TCS. So let's go for it. So situation number one, when the tax is deducted or collected by an office of the government and tax is paid without the production of an income tax challan. So अगर ऐसी कोई सिचुएशन है कि किसने टैक्स काटा है, डिडक्ट किसने किया है, कलेक्ट किसने किया है, तो कोई गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस ने टैक्स काट लिया है, डिडक्ट कर लिया, एंड टैक्स इज पेड विदाउट द प्रोडक्शन ऑफ इनकम टैक्स चलन. आपको याद होगा मैंने बीच में जब आपको टीडीएस का सेक्शंस पढ़ाए थे तो आपको बताया था कि टीडीएस पे करने के लिए आपको याद होगा मैंने ऑनलाइन भी आपको दिखाया था कि कौन सा चलन, जैसे कहाँ से आपको चलन मिल सकता है, चलन के थ्रू कैसे पे कर सकते हैं, तो वो प्रोसीजर मैंने आपको दिखाया था क्लासरूम में, मैंने कवर किया था. आई होप सो आपको याद होगा. तो वहां पे हमने एक चलन देखा था, चलन नंबर 281 और चलन नंबर 280. तो यहाँ पे पहली सिचुएशन में क्या कह रहा है, तो पहली सिचुएशन में कहा गया है कि देयर इज अ गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस हु हैज डिडक्टेड और कलेक्टेड योर टीडीएस, ओके, और टीसीएस, बट दे आर पे दैट टीडीएस, दे आर पेइंग दैट अमाउंट ऑफ टीडीएस और टीसीएस without production of an income tax challan. So without using any challan, they are trying to deposit the tax. If this is the situation, what will be the time limit for the deposit of TDS? What will be the time limit for the deposit of the TCS? So you can say in the case of deposit of TDS, the answer is on the same day on which tax is deducted, they are supposed to transfer the same. And in case of TCS, the again answer is same, on the same day on which the tax is collected. तो जिस दिन को टैक्स डिडक्ट किया गया या जिस दिन को टैक्स कलेक्ट किया गया, अगर आप चलन के बिना उसको गवर्नमेंट अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर करना चाहते हैं तो ऑन द सेम डे आपको ट्रांसफर करना पड़ेगा. There should not be delay of even a single day. This is the point number one. Point number two. Tax is deducted or collected by an office of the government and tax is accompanied by the income tax challan. You can see this challan number. I also just now I have speak out about the challan. Challan number 281. So अगर TDS और TCS गवर्नमेंट के ऑफिस में किसी ने काटा है या तो कलेक्ट किया और they want to transfer the TDS amount by way of using a challan, that is 281, say for example, then what will be the time limit? So in case of TDS, on or before the 7 days from the end of the month in which TDS is deducted. So let me give you the example. Say for example, let me read out the TCS also. Again, it is the same provision, on or before the 7 days from the end of the month in which tax is collected. So both are the same. The on or before the 7 days from the end of the month in which tax is deducted or collected. Okay. So say for example, I am talking about for the month of May. So in the month of May, as you are a government office and you have deducted the TDS of your employee, okay. So on which date you are supposed to transfer the same to the government account? So if you are using, if you are transferring the TDS amount which you have deducted or collected by using the TDS challan, that is 281, then on or before the 7 days. So I can say on or before the 7th of June, you can transfer that TDS amount to the government account. On or before the 7th of June, you can transfer that TCS amount to the government account. I hope so. Point number 2 is clear. Point number 3. Tax is deducted or collected by a person not being an office of the government. सो ऊपर पॉइंट नंबर 2 में हम किसी गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस की बात कर रहे थे, और पॉइंट नंबर 3 में वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट अदर देन गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस. सो अगेन दे आर ट्राइंग टू transfer the TDS amount, TCS amount by using the chalan, that is 281. So what are the provisions? Let's see. Where the income or amount is paid or credited in the month of March. तो मान लीजिए अगर आपकी इनकम या तो अमाउंट आपको पे किया है, क्रेडिट किया इन द मंथ ऑफ मार्च, तो क्या दिया है? टैक्स शुड बी डिपॉजिटेड बाय 30 अप्रैल. ओके, अगर मंथ ऑफ मार्च का कोई ट्रांजेक्शन है तो आपको वो डिपॉजिट करना पड़ेगा ऑन और बिफोर 30 अप्रैल. ओके, एंड नीचे कुछ दिया है where the income or amount is paid or credited before the first March. So I can say other than month of March transaction. So it is written the tax should be deposited within 7 days from the end of the month in which tax is deducted. So अगर मैं इसको summarize form में याद करना चाहूँ तो I can say for the month of March the time limit will be 30th April. Okay, on or before that I can deposit the TDS amount. But if the TDS is for other than month of March, then again the time limit will be same, that is on or before the 7th of the next month. Please be remember. What will be the time limit in case of TCS? So in case of TCS there is no such bifurcation, there is no such differentiation, that is for the month of March is different timeline, and for the other than month of March other timeline. It is not like that. So in case of TCS they says that within 1 week, again 1 week I'm saying it is again the 7 days. So within 1 week from the last date of the month in which tax is collected. So say for example in the month of May you have collected, then on or before the 7th June you are supposed to transfer the tax collection, that is TCS. I hope so point number 3 is clear. Point number 4. Tax is deducted by a person not being an officer of the government, and the assessing officer with the prior approval of the joint commissioner has permitted quarterly deposit of tax which is deducted in the section 192, 194A, 194D and 194H by using the chalan number 281. सो यहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस की बात नहीं कर रहे उसके अलावा, और वो बोल रहे हैं कि ऑलरेडी इनको असेसिंग ऑफिसर ने प्रायर अप्रूवल ऑफ द जॉइंट कमिश्नर से इन्होंने परमिशन दिया है कि वो क्वार्टरली पेमेंट ऑफ डिपॉजिट कर सकते हैं. तो परमिशन होगी तो आप क्वार्टरली डिपॉजिट कर सकते हैं, अदरवाइज बाय डिफॉल्ट योर पेमेंट एंड पेमेंट ऑफ डिपॉजिट सॉरी पेमेंट ऑफ ट्रांसफर ऑफ टीडीएस एंड टीसीएस इट इज मंथली बेसिस. तो अगर मुझे क्वार्टरली पेमेंट करना है तो कर सकता हूँ, यानी कि क्वार्टरली बेसिस पे टीडीएस डिपॉजिट करवा सकता हूँ. हाँ, आंसर इज यस, बट व्हेन देयर इज अ प्रायर अप्रूवल ऑफ अ जॉइंट कमिश्नर. अगर असेसिंग ऑफिसर ने विद द प्रायर अप्रूवल ऑफ जॉइंट कमिश्नर ऑलरेडी उनको अप्रूवल मिला है तो ही आपको क्वार्टरली पेमेंट के लिए अलाउ करेंगे. अदरवाइज बाय डिफॉल्ट द पेमेंट एंड डिपॉजिट शुड बी it is on a monthly basis. So whatever the TDS you have deducted on monthly basis you are supposed to transfer. Whatever the tax has been collected on the monthly basis you are supposed to transfer to the government account. So let's see what is given the what are the timeline for in case of the quarterly system or quarterly basis. So first it is written for the quarter ending 31st June, यानी कि पहले क्वार्टर की बात करें, the tax should be deposited on or before July 7. Okay, यानी कि क्वार्टर खत्म होने के बाद 7 दिन के अंदर भर देना चाहिए. ओके, फॉर द क्वार्टर एंडिंग 30 सितंबर यानी कि सेकंड क्वार्टर की बात करें तो टैक्स शुड बी डिपॉजिटेड बाय 7th ऑफ अक्टूबर. ओके, फॉर क्वार्टर एंडिंग 31st दिसंबर टैक्स शुड बी डिपॉजिटेड बाय 7th ऑफ जैन, यानी कि थर्ड क्वार्टर में ऑन और बिफोर 7th जैन. और लास्ट क्वार्टर में देखते हैं. सो फॉर द क्वार्टर एंडिंग 31st ऑफ मार्च यानी लास्ट फोर्थ क्वार्टर की बात कर रहे हैं, द टैक्स शुड बी डिपॉजिटेड बाय 30th अप्रैल. तो प्लीज हर एक क्वार्टर के लिए आपका टाइमलाइन सेम है, ऑन और बिफोर द 7th आफ्टर द एंडिंग ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर क्वार्टर. But for the last quarter, for the fourth quarter, which is ending on 31st March, the timeline will be 31st of April. Is there any quarterly payment of transfer of TCS is available? The answer is no. It is only available in case of tax deducted at source. In case of TCS, there is no such quarterly system is available. Okay. Point number 5. Tax is deducted by a person under section 194IA. आपको याद होगा IA हमने already cover किया था. So उसमें एक यहाँ पे दिया है चलन नंबर. देखिए यहाँ पे चलन नंबर 281 नहीं दिया है, यहाँ पे दिया है चलन नंबर फॉर्म 26 QB. ऐसे क्यों दिया है वो थोड़ी देर के बाद एक और थियरी उसकी उसी के लिंक में पढ़ेंगे तो ये आपको समझ में आएगा. अभी उसको सिर्फ याद रखने की कोशिश कीजिए कि मान लीजिए आपका कोई टैक्स डिडक्ट हुआ है अंडर सेक्शन 194IA. So what is the timeline which is given to you as per the provision for the transfer of that TDS amount? So the answer is given within 30 days from the last day of the month in which tax is deducted. तो मान लीजिए मंथ ऑफ मई में अगर आपका 194 IA में TDS डिडक्ट हुआ है तो आपको कितने दिन में उसको गवर्नमेंट अकाउंट को ट्रांसफर करना है? ऑन और बिफोर 30th ऑफ जून. ओके, ऑन और बिफोर 30th ऑफ जून। टीसीएस में ऐसा कोई ट्रांजेक्शन नहीं है, सिचुएशन ही नहीं है। टैक्स इज डिडक्टेड बाय अ पर्सन अंडर सेक्शन 194 आईबी, जिसमें 26 क्यूसी आता है। अगेन द सेम टाइमलाइन विद इन द 30 days फ्रॉम द लास्ट डे ऑफ द मंथ इन व्हिच इट वाज डिडक्टेड। एंड लास्ट इट सेज दैट टैक्स इज डिडक्टेड बाय अ पर्सन अंडर सेक्शन 194 एन। मैंने थोड़ी देर पहले ही बोला था कि दिस इज अ न्यू सेक्शन व्हिच हैज बीन इंसर्टेड 194 एन एंड 194 एन। सो यहाँ पे भी चलन नंबर में एक फॉर्म नंबर दिया है 26 क्यूडी। कहीं ना कहीं मैं इसको बाद में लिंक करने वाला हूँ, डोंट वरी। ये है क्या? सो अगेन द टाइमलाइन इज गिवन सेम, दैट इज विद इन 30 days फ्रॉम द लास्ट डे ऑफ द मंथ इन व्हिच टैक्स इज डिडक्टेड। आई होप सो। प्लीज ट्राई टू रीड दिस थिंग twice, thrice, because what is the time of deposit in case of TDS and TCS, it is very much important. Maximum MCQ can be framed. There is a possibility on the basis of this timeline which is given for this in case of TDS and in case of TCS for the deposit of tax. After that, I will go for here. Okay. Please, if you have a time, please also go for reading out this notes which is given here. Okay, इसको पढ़िएगा, काम आएगा, कुछ ना कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग पता चलेगा। नेक्स्ट इज सेज दैट हाउ टू ऑब्टेन द रिफंड। ओके, तो ये रिफंड आपके लिए नहीं है, इसको भी छोड़ दीजिए, क्योंकि ये जिस चीज़ के बारे में बात कर रहा है तो वो एक्चुअली 26B इलेक्ट्रॉनिकली डीवीसी मेकर की बात कर रहा है, तो वो अभी आप उसको छोड़ दीजिए, मैं बाद में उसको कवर करूंगा रिफंड के बारे में, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी मैंने आपको 26 में रिफंड कहाँ पे रिफ्लेक्ट होता है वो तो दिखा दिया है। ओके, तो यहाँ पे लिखा है क्लेम ऑफ रिफंड ऑफ द टीडीएस व्हिच इज पेड टू द क्रेडिटर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, इट शैल बी फर्निश्ड टू डायरेक्टर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ 26B इलेक्ट्रॉनिकली अंडर द डीवी सिग्नेचर। उसके बाद यू कैन सी द नेक्स्ट थिंग व्हिच वी हैव टू कवर टुडे, दैट इज अ क्वार्टरली स्टेटमेंट ऑफ टैक्स रिडक्शन एंड कलेक्शन। So, in respect of the tax reduction and collection, the quarterly TDS and TCS statement shall be submitted in the following forms. तो थोड़ी देर पहले हमने देखा था टाइम लिमिट जो दिया हुआ है फॉर द TDS एंड TCS डिपॉजिट करने के लिए। अभी जो पॉइंट पढ़ रहे हैं, तो क्वार्टरली स्टेटमेंट आपका आएगा जो आपको सबमिट करना पड़ेगा, दैट इज नथिंग बट द रिटर्न फॉर्म। सो देखते हैं कौन से ट्रांजेक्शन के लिए कौन सा रिटर्न फॉर्म आपका आने वाला है। सो पहला दिया है टैक्स रिडक्शन इन केस ऑफ सैलरी अंडर सेक्शन 192, तो आपको 24Q का रिटर्न सबमिट करना पड़ेगा। प्लीज ध्यान दीजिएगा, अगर आपका सैलरी का टीडीएस है, आपको सेक्शन 192 में आपने काटा है, तो आपको 24Q फॉर्म के अंदर उसका टीडीएस का रिटर्न सबमिट करना पड़ेगा। ओके, उसके बाद 24Q के बाद मैं डायरेक्टली आता हूँ इन केस ऑफ सेकंड लास्ट लाइन। मैं जैसे पढ़ता हूँ, प्लीज आप उसको वैसे ही पढ़िएगा, आपको याद रहेगा, नहीं तो भूल जाओगे। So second last line says that tax reduction in the case of any other case. So in case of salary, that is a 24Q. In case of other than salary, that is a 26Q. So in case of salary 24Q, other than salary 26Q. Okay. उसके बाद बात करते हैं टैक्स रिडक्शन अंडर सेक्शन 194IA। सॉरी, IA की बात नहीं, हाँ IA की बात कर लेते हैं। सो IA में आएगा आपका 26QB। अगर टैक्स काटा है अंडर सेक्शन 194IB तो अंडर सेक्शन 26QC आएगा। अगर टैक्स रिडक्शन हुआ है आपका 194M में तो 26QD। यहाँ पे आपने ये तीनों नाम अभी थोड़ी देर पहले पढ़े थे। एक्चुअली ये तीनों ट्रांजेक्शन में इसका कोई स्पेसिफिक चलन नहीं है, इसका जो रिटर्न फॉर्म है वही उसका चलन भी माना जाता है। तो आपने उसका चलन भर दिया, यानी कि आपने उसका रिटर्न भर दिया। सो दैट इज हाउ इट इज टू बी इंटरप्रेटेड। क्योंकि यहाँ पे थोड़ी देर पहले ही हमने 26Q बी, क्यू सी और क्यू डी देखा था, तो जब आप उसका टैक्स पे कर रहे हो तभी आप उसका रिटर्न भी फाइल कर रहे हो, इट इज वन इन द सेम। तो मैंने इसलिए बताया था कि थोड़ी देर के बाद हम इसको लिंक करेंगे, तो ये प्लीज याद रखिएगा। इन केस ऑफ सैलरी एज पर सेक्शन 192 इट इज 24Q रिटर्न स्टेटमेंट। इन केस ऑफ अदर देन सैलरी इट इज 26Q रिटर्न स्टेटमेंट। 194RA 26QB, 194IB 26QC, 194M that is 26QD, and you can see I will read second line now, that is tax deduction when the deductees are non-resident, not being a company, foreign company, and the persons who are resident but not ordinary resident, तो वहाँ पे आपका आएगा 26Q। तो at that time you are supposed to submit the 26Q। तो वापस पढ़ना, tax deduction when the deductees are non-resident, डिडक्टी कौन है, नॉन रेसिडेंट है बट नॉट बीइंग अ कंपनी, दे मे बी अ फॉरेन कंपनी एंड पर्सन हु आर रेसिडेंट बट नॉट अ रेसिडेंट। तो ऐसे केस में आपको 26Q यूज करना है। और अगर टैक्स कलेक्शन टीसीएस के लिए सिर्फ एक ही रिटर्न फॉर्म आता है, दैट इज नथिंग बट द 26E की। So this is how you have to link each and everything. You can remember 24Q, 26Q, 27Q, 26 I can say QB, QC, QD, okay, and definitely 26 EQ in case of TCS, tax collection.